house is yours.
Cicada work in tall building. Data entry clerk. 17 year. No sick day. No mistake. Talk, talk, talk. "17 year. No promotion. Human resources say, cicada not human. Need no resources. Talk, talk, talk. Human never finish work. Cicada always stays late. Finish work. Nobody thanks cicada. Talk, talk, talk. Human coworker no like cicada. Say things, do things. Think cicada stupid. Talk, talk, talk. Cicada no afford rent. Live in office wall space. Company pretend not to know. Talk, talk, talk. "17 year. Cicada retire. No party. No handshake. Boss says, clean desk. Talk, talk, talk. No work. No home. No money. Cicada go to top of tall building. Time to say goodbye. Talk, talk, talk. fly back to forest. Sometimes think about you. Can't stop laughing. Talk, talk, talk. Cicada all fly back to forest. Sometimes think about human. Can't stop laughing. Talk, talk, talk.
So you want to hear a story? Well, I used to know a whole lot of pretty interesting ones, but I can't remember any of those. So I'll tell you about the time I found the lost thing. This all happened a few summers ago. I was working tirelessly on my bottle cap collection, and I stopped and looked up for no particular reason. That's when I saw the thing. The boy stepped closer to inspect the strange thing. I must have stared at it for a while, but nobody else seemed to notice. It had a lost, sad look about it. I decided to investigate. It didn't do much. It just sat there and looked very much out of place. Hours passed, and the boy discovers the lost thing is quite friendly and curious. He played with the lost things for most of the afternoon. As the hours slouched by, it seemed less and less likely that anyone was going to come and take this thing home. It was lost. I asked a few people if they knew anything, but nobody was very helpful. Since no one knew anything, the young boy took the lost thing and started to walk home. As they walked home, the boy remembered something his friend Pete once said about life. I don't know, man. Life's pretty weird. Maybe some things don't belong to anyone. Maybe those things don't come from anywhere. Some things are like, just plain lost. Arriving home, the lost thing almost didn't fit in my house. Thankfully it did, and it can stay here until I know where it belongs. The boy's parents didn't really notice it at first, too busy discussing events. Eventually he had to point it out to them. Its feet are filthy, she shrieked. It could carry all kinds of strange diseases, warned Dad. Take it back where you found it, they demanded. It's lost. The boy's parents had already started to talk about something else, forgetting all about the lost thing. The boy led the lost thing to the shed to hide it in the backyard and looked around for something it could eat. Once I found something it liked to eat, it seemed happier, even though it was still lost. The boy checked the local paper for lost pet notices, but only found good deals on refrigerator repairs. He thought that maybe his friend was right. Maybe some things are just lost. In any case, he couldn't keep it in the shed forever. Mom and Dad would eventually notice it when they came out looking for something. I was wondering what to do when a small advertisement on the last page of the paper happened to catch my eye. The advertisement said, "The Federal Department of Odds and Ends." The next morning, the boy and the lost thing caught the train into the city and went to the federal building. They arrived at a tall gray building with no windows. It was dark in there and it smelled like disinfectant. "I have a lost thing. Fill in these forms." As the receptionist grabbed the paper, the lost thing made a small, sad noise. As the boy looked around for a pen, he felt something tug the back of his shirt. "If you really care about that thing, you shouldn't leave it here. This is a place for forgetting, leaving behind, smoothing over. Here, take this." A hand extended and handed the boy a business card with a kind of sign on it. It wasn't very important looking, but it did seem to point somewhere. "Cheers." After the boy took the card and left the building, they started their long journey to find wherever the card was leading them. "We hunted all over the city looking for this sign. It wasn't an easy job, and I can't say I knew what it all meant." Eventually, they found what seemed to be the right place, in a dark little gap off of some anonymous street. The sort of place you'd never know existed unless you actually looked for it. The boy pressed a buzzer on the wall, and this great big door opened up. It revealed a world full of lost things. "I don't know what to think, but the lost thing made an approving sort of noise. It seemed as good a time as any to say goodbye to each other, so we did." The boy went home to classify his bottle top collection. Well, that's it. That's the story. Not especially profound, I know, but I never said it was. I mean, I can't say that the thing actually belonged in the place where it ended up. In fact, none of the things there really belonged. They all seemed happy enough though, so maybe that didn't matter. I don't know. The boy thought of the lost thing from time to time, especially when he saw something out of the corner of his eye that didn't quite fit.
Sometimes the day begins with nothing to look forward to. And things go from bad to worse. Darkness overcomes you. Nobody understands. The world is a death machine. Without sense or reason. Sometimes you wait and wait. And wait, and wait, and wait. And wait, and wait, but nothing ever happens. Then all your troubles come at once. Wonderful things are passing you by. Terrible fates are inevitable. Sometimes you just don't know what you are supposed to do. Or who you are meant to be. Or where you are. And the day seems to end the way it began. But suddenly, there it is, right in front of you, bright and vivid, quietly waiting. Just as you imagined it would be. Just as you imagined it.